And we are back. We are live with DreamHack Open Qualifier number 2 for North America. I'm, of course, your host, Light VIP, and with me for the second time this week is the lovely, the beautiful, welcome mLty.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to be back. I'm really looking forward to our games today. We got some very exciting games ahead of us, and we're already loading into the first one, as you can probably hear in the background. And I cannot wait to see what these players have in store for us and who's going to make it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty stacked bracket. Honestly, I feel like this bracket is even more stacked than day one. To be honest, there's a lot of big NA names.
Yeah, we got Sal from Canada coming in, though he's not the biggest name, of course. And we do have again Zero, nearly made it last time, but didn't quite. But before we get too much into that, we should probably introduce these players. Light, what do you think?
Oh, that we should. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the American Protoss player. He is green, representing Team License to Kill. It is RockEr. Oh.
And in that bottom left-hand corner, in the yellow, representing LTK, give it up for the Zerg, ScrubbleS.
Going for a 12 pool.
12 pool. Yeah, 12 pool's definitely an interesting strategy, and with the pylon block going down already, I feel like RockEr's in a bit of a better position than he would be otherwise. Since he did scout very early, he got that pylon block off, which is really nice.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this probe scout is going to be huge for RockEr. He should know 100% what is coming his way. And oh my god, he opened up with a forge!
What? What? Okay. Interesting. What a start. I like it. Let's see where it goes.
It's one of those things where, mLty, welcome back to NA. You know, it's a 12 pool versus Forge first. You know, it's what we expect. It's what we know. It's what we love.
Yeah, no, perfectly normal for NA anyways. For like any other region, this is weird, like degeneracy. But here in NA, this is our wheelhouse. As that probe is being harassed away by a single ling. Hopefully it does get off of the hotkey, so it doesn't accidentally get pulled in any micro up ahead. We do have the cannon going up, and that looks like it's a full wall.
Yeah, it should be a full wall here. Obviously, because we did see like a forge first, like a cannon rush wouldn't have worked against a 12 pool. Lings were already out, so RockEr is kind of on the back foot with the finishing of this cannon. These lings shouldn't get too much else done here. Oh my god.
Yeah, losing a couple of lings there is a bit suboptimal, but he did get a lot of damage onto that gateway, and if that gateway does eventually go down, which, you know, it might if he keeps trying to harass it, or like even does some weird ling flood, which, you know, it isn't always the case as he is droning up, that extra damage will really come in handy.
Yeah, that it will. So, at the moment, ScrubbleS, even though he did kind of set himself behind with the opener, he is able to get his expansion up and running, take his gases. He's going to be looking okay, and RockEr is, I feel like, at least tech-wise, a little bit behind.
Yeah, definitely so. He does have, his hypercore is finishing in now, so we do have, finally some units coming out, but for ScrubbleS, he does have to worry about this adept pressure putting him even farther behind, like tech and economy wise, because you do take a significant hit in your drone count when you go for this aggressive 12 pool. But considering it's a forge first, it sort of balances out, I think.
Yeah. We're in a really weird place right now. Like I'm expecting a Stargate, right? I imagine here, especially because we have a full wall off, and with that, it could maybe be a hard, or give ScrubbleS a hard time to take a third. At the same time, I don't even know what ScrubbleS wants to do in this game, because ScrubbleS is a very aggressive player, clearly by the 12 pool opening. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, agreed. And we do see ScrubbleS taking that very aggressive third base. It's very forward, and it'll let him put on a decent amount of pressure onto the third base of the Protoss, which is going down now and is immediately scouted by Ling that was put there. So nice job by ScrubbleS here to make sure that Ling is in position to do all that scouting, and he'd have to walk all the way home to clean this up. This is really nice for ScrubbleS, who has a bunch of time to drone up.
Yeah, it also goes to show like how important it was for RockEr to keep this probe alive from earlier, right? Because of the full wall, it would have been so difficult to expand and take another base. He would have had to break through his own wall. So yeah, it was nice that kind of worked out for him.
Exactly. We do have the Adepts still doing some scouting, and it looks like they're just trying to make sure it's only 3 bases, not like some weird 4-base super like eco play, but instead it's more normal. ScrubbleS was mining gas. He's getting that banding nest, and Link Speed just finished up, so that should make defending these Adepts significantly easier. But the Adept Shade finishes.
Oh, he does finish into the main base. Some of these things are going to get picked off, but the rest of the Links should be able to chase all of these Adepts down, clean everything up, and my oh my, he is not stopping with that Link production.
That is a significant amount of Lings. I'd be very worried if I were RockEr here. And there's Banelings already being built too. I feel like he's just going to bust down the shield battery and go for it. Because I believe 4 Banes kills a shield battery.
Yeah.
My math is right.
It should be enough here as the Lings are going to come in. They're going to get a surround on these Adepts. The Banelings are going to roll on forward as well. This 3rd base is not going to be long for this world. We do have Void Rays on the way, so maybe RockEr can hold on 2 bases. But yeah, mate, there's no way he holds on to this, right?
Yeah, that 3rd base is definitely forfeit, and the Void Ray is going to be really helpful in eventually cleaning this up, but eventually is a long time away, as that's a lot of Lings. Although ScrubbleS isn't completely all in here. He's starting to tech behind this with that Roach Horn and that layer, keep in mind, but these Lings are definitely getting this 3rd base down, and they're also cleaning up the ground army again, which I'm not entirely sure is amazing if you're a RockEr.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the problem, because now we're in a situation where RockEr, I don't think is going to take a 3rd anytime soon. Yeah, he has to power through his own gateway, and then the probe has to come out. Right now, ScrubbleS, he's in a great position.
Yeah, he is indeed. And with RockEr deciding to kill the gateway with more health, keep in mind from the 12 pool, there was that damage gateway from the beginning. That if he does break out, and he continues killing that one, that's going to have an easier time for ScrubbleS to break in. Although, back at home, as you lovely pointed out, you got Spore Crawlers going up for ScrubbleS and Queens in position. Really nice job by ScrubbleS to sort of prepare for this 2 Stargate Void Ray play.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we've got nothing but Queens being produced so far by ScrubbleS. He has 1 Spore at each base, which should be enough for now, and there we go. I was waiting for a follow-up, whether it was going to be a Spire or a Hydra Den. It looks like it is going to be that Hydralisk Den. Yeah,
Hydralisks are pretty good against Void Rays, and Hydraling is a pretty good comp. It's been a good comp for quite a while. Now in the meta, and honestly, I'm a big fan of just playing Hydraling. I know Mio Micah is a big Hydraling spammer as well, and so you can just do so many things with Hydralisks. That's really fun. Although with all these upgrades for the Void Rays, +1 air weapons and +1 ground weapons for Protoss, it makes me a bit worried that the math might change, and so got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, it's still going to be close. Like, a lot of this depends on the resources of ScrubbleS here, whether he can take the rest of his gases and how many Hydras he can push out with, because once you have enough of them, Void Rays aren't going to cut it. But ScrubbleS needs a little bit of time for his upgrades and those Hydras.
Yes, exactly. But that is a scary Void Ray count. And with the Fleet Beacon on the way as well, those Void Rays are going to get that Void Ray speed upgrade and be even faster. But with the spawning pool maybe being oh no, he's going for the hatchery.
Oh my god, he's not just happy with the spawning pool. He will right click and he will get that hatchery for free. Thankfully, that was not the lair. Oh my god, at the spawning pool!
You know, he gets, like, complete reset of the tech. The spawning pool gets rebuilt nearly instantly, but the hatchery is delayed by quite a bit. And these Void Rays, that's going to do a significant amount of damage to the economy of ScrubbleS. So really nice play by RockEr there to get that damage done.
Yeah, unfortunately, these spores, even though he did make them, they're in position for Oracle defense, not for Void Ray defense at all. The mineral lines are not where you want them, so the spore never came into play. Also, the Hydras and Queens were a little bit distracted here at the 3rd base, trying to catch some reinforcements. Oh god, if there was a way for RockEr to get back into this, like, this is it.
Yeah, so really nice job by RockEr. I feel like RockEr is sort of in the driver's seat right now, considering he's got the 2 Stargate Void Ray. He has a pretty scary air army, and ScrubbleS is sort of forced into countering this air army while RockEr has time to build up a charge-led army. As we can see, charge is being researched by RockEr here. And with the drones, like, losing this much mining time. ScrubbleS is still on 3 bases. I feel like he needs to take a fourth soon.
Yeah, you say soon. I say like maybe 2 minutes ago. Like, oh god, staying on 3 bases like this. I guess it was tolerable back when RockEr was stuck on 2 bases, right? But now that he's expanded, equal bases here, like this is not what you want to be as a Zerg player.
For sure. And equal bases are no longer the case, as there's a fourth base going down for ScrubbleS now. But this is a very big attack with queens being walked, banelings being morphed. And with the walls and defenses that are being built here, I'm not entirely sure if RockEr is gonna, or I'm not entirely sure if ScrubbleS, excuse me, is gonna be able to hold with gateways, shield batteries, and cannons by RockEr.
Yeah, a lot of this is going to come down to the banelings as well. Can they connect with those zealots or with the side defense? That's going to be key here. We do see the queens waddling in as well. How good are the transfuses going to be? So far, a pretty nice arc here for ScrubbleS.
Oh, and the Baneling speed finishes just in time to connect juicefully on all of those zealots, but now it's mainly just anti-air versus the Void Rays, and that is a really good arc, but is it enough? The Hydras are starting to be triggered to walk back. The Queens, unfortunately, didn't get amazing transfuses off, but they got decent ones, and it looks like RockEr just completely crushed that fight.
Yeah, exactly. Again, those shield batteries overcharge as well, doing so well to keep those Void Rays alive. And I've been here many times. Once your first Hydra push fails, like, the second one isn't going to work. Like, you've already spent so much gas, you need to work on the next step.
Exactly. I feel like now ScrubbleS, and that next step is coming. He's getting that infestation pit. He's trying to work towards that hive check, but he needs time. And time is something I feel like RockEr's going to give him, considering that was a lot of static defense and a lot of his ground army that disappeared. And while RockEr's just taking his fourth base and sort of setting up for the next phase of the game, I feel like that'll give ScrubbleS an opportunity to build a second army. But will that army be enough is the question.
Yeah, it feels bad, man, for ScrubbleS. Like, it feels like he had such a good early lead in the early game, but now it has slowly slipped away because now that his fourth is up and running. I mean, there's a fourth already on the way for RockEr. Like, we need another expansion soon. We also need potentially other tech. Like, sure, he's working on a hive right now. It looks like he wants to go Hydra Viper, which could work, but it does mean it's going to be very committed because there's no follow-up plans to go into Corruptors.
Yeah, the Hydra Viper, generally speaking, is sort of a I'm gonna catch you off guard comp, I feel like, in a way, because you have to land your parasitic bombs and your Vipers have to get in range, and considering the range for Vipers and High Templar feedback is about the same, it's basically gonna come down to, can the Zerg catch the Protoss off guard, or will the Protoss be able to feed back the Vipers?
Exactly.
If it gets to there, of course.
Yeah. True, very true. And the scary thing is that we already have High Templar. Like, they're already gathering energy. They have Storm as well. Like, it's gonna be so difficult to make Hydras work here. Ooh, a bit of a bailing run by though.
Really nicely done. Gets a decent amount of probes. 11 is nothing to sniff at, and this Hydra targeting down a bunch more probes brings that count up to 15. So really nice job by ScrubbleS to maximize his army where he can, but still RockEr is almost even in worker count. He's getting carriers and more air upgrades. This is a really scary force that RockEr is putting together.
Very scary indeed, and it's so difficult to find an angle to attack. Like, do you really want to push into all this stack defense? Maybe. I just realized there's only one shield battery here, so this isn't as imposing as it otherwise could be.
Yeah, exactly. And with just the pure number of banelings on the ground, I feel like ScrubbleS might just wash through any sort of ground army that RockEr puts together. And if you can connect with High Templar especially, it's going to be a significantly easier fight. Not necessarily a 1-1, but he's going to have an easier time.
Definitely. Especially because there's not a lot to protect these High Templar. There are two Archons, to be fair, and the Archons can be devastating when it comes to trying to connect with your Banelings. So, again, it's going to come down to control of the army, positioning. But I do feel like ScrubbleS needs to go now. Like, we're maxed out. If he waits longer, more carriers are going to come out. And, oh god, it's so difficult to deal with that.
Exactly. He's collecting the energy that he can. I feel like now it is go time. He has a Lurker Den for sort of the next step, which I really like, but he has to do something with this army now. This army is losing value as time goes on, and with more and more upgrades finishing for the Protoss here. I start to worry just a little bit, but let's see if he can get anything done. It is really nice, and it's looking like a deny on this 5th base here will be really great.
Yeah, this is a nice first step here. Does force a denial, but it also does show his hand when it comes to where his army is situated. So RockEr should be responding. The High Templar, they're coming forward. We have more Archons being morphed in. And ScrubbleS, oh god, we'll see if he can dive in. We'll see if he can land some of those abducts or avoid the feedbacks.
Yeah, this is all really good storms here, just absolutely murdering everything that is there. That is so unfortunate, and the Banelings just crash into Archons. That is not the fight ScrubbleS was looking for, and he's going to be forced to rebuild, but I don't know if he can build a 3rd army into this very scary Skytoss late game.
Yeah, jeez, mate, those storms were devastating. Like, he sat in so many of them. Now we see a counterattack, and unfortunately, there is no Spire, there are no Corruptors. I guess the Vipers survived, so they're going to be able to regain that energy, but pure Hydra is not going to cut it here.
You know, he definitely needs some Lurkers, but I don't know if he has time to morph the Lurkers, as the Archons are starting to fall. But, that's such a juicy storm.
Oh... Exactly, another one just landing, connecting in the center of this juicy Hydra army. Meanwhile, I do believe we have, no more storms available here, so again, he doesn't have to worry about splitting anymore.
Yeah, so that's really nice for him. However, this pure Hydra isn't really the comp to fight in the carrier Archon. GG, well done by RockEr, and nice try by ScrubbleS. He just unfortunately didn't quite have the positioning that he needed in order to take that game number 1. So great job by RockEr.
Yeah, GG. I want to commend ScrubbleS. Like, he did a really good job early on, with the 12th full opening and denying the 3rd base, right? Like, that's huge. That's a massive lead, but he wasn't able to capitalize it as best as he could,
Yeah, really unfortunate for ScrubbleS, but hey, it was a great game number 1, and I feel like that I have a lot of hope here for ScrubbleS going into game number 2, as that was Sorry, I thought that was our bracket link, or our lobby link. I thought that was I know, but I feel like he showed really good stuff, and if he just continues to show good things, he'll be able to easily take game number 2 and maybe even the series. But we'll have to wait and see how it boils down.
Yeah, I have to wonder if maybe that game kind of came down to nerves a little bit, because again, he did have a very strong start there, did just slip away from him towards the end. I mean, obviously it didn't help that he lost his main base, right? Like, that's where things kind of started to go in favor of the Protoss. But we'll see how things go here, as we are getting set up for game numero 2.
Yes, we are. And Jagannatha is going to be the game map this time, and that's very exciting because I feel like this is a good map for both sort of really early aggression and also for macro late games. Because at least when I play on this map, it either turns into some weird degenerate thing that's over in 10 minutes, or a 30-minute macro game. So.
When it comes to degeneracy, what do you want to see out of ScrubbleS?
I want to see a proxy hatch, but I don't think this is the map for a proxy hatch. I want to see an old proxy hatch spine crawler rush, 14 drones, and you're making queens and spine crawlers here, and that's about it. Barely even any lings.
I knew you were gonna say proxy hatch. No, but I agree 100%. It would be a lot of fun.
Yes, it would be fun. I don't know if it's the best play for ScrubbleS on this map. However, it would be a good time.
Definitely. And speaking of a good time, our player here in the top right-hand corner had a very good time in game number 1, bringing himself back from the brink of death. Representing Team License to Kill, it's the American Protoss. It is RockEr.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner in the yellow, playing Zerg. Give it up for License to Kill's ScrubbleS.
Ooh, this time opting not to go for the 12 full.
Yeah, he's still going pool first, which I really like. Playing it a bit safe in case it's some weird cannon rush, and you don't want to play the exact ideal response that Panda Bear Me, I think, game theoried out, but instead going for a safer build, and you can also put on quite a bit of aggression. Oh, but he lets the pylon finish. Oh no.
Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, I guess this will slow down a couple of lanes because the lanes will be forced to deal with this pylon. It forces the unnatural natural. Oh, at least he does get it down and it doesn't get blocked again.
Yeah, really nice job there by ScrubbleS. He pulled his drone. He realized that the probe was a bit too close, and so he pulled his drone to fight the probe just so he could get that space.
Mhm.
So really well done to get that microdrone. And ooh, it's another forge response.
Oh my god. So very interesting here as I guess RockEr just goes for the Forge expand. I
Yeah,
guess
like
this is what he does.
maybe. I mean, he's going for the pause here real quick, which is an interesting strategy. Oh, his headset died. Okay. Um, but
Yeah.
I feel like Forge in response to early pool is it's a pretty good response against
Mhm.
12 pool, but I'm not
True.
entirely sure how good it is against like a bit of a later pool because
Yeah.
you get better economy wise. And and so Zerg's response and follow up is much quicker.
Hmm.
And because of that, like the cannons are a bit like I feel like making a cannon is a bit of overkill, I guess.
Hmm.
And so we'll have to see if he makes a cannon because if he's just making the forge for pure safety reason, I really like it. But if he makes a cannon here, I'm a bit less of a fan.
Yeah, because I agree, right? Like I've seen, I think Pez made like a tutorial video on YouTube about how like the best way to hold against a 12 pool is to go for a Forge response, right? And to throw down a cannon. But when it's not a 12 pool, and when it was scattered as well, which RockEr did do with his probe, it does feel like a little bit wasteful, and it does kind of set him behind a little bit as well.
Yeah, but like it's not overly behind, and we do have some
Yeah.
roaches being made here
Oh
as
my god.
oh gee, yeah, they're just like casual roach war, and I love to see it.
I missed it completely. Meanwhile, nice denial here. The probe doesn't get back in for a second scout, and mate, we got roaches. Oh my god.
Yeah, I love the roaches, and I also love just this random pylon. Just like, wait, I'm gonna scout and see like exactly what's going on.
Ooh.
Oh, he canceled it. No, he's not gonna see the roaches. And with
Oh,
Ravagers being made already, I'm really liking ScrubbleS build here. Like, I know
yeah.
I was hoping for that proxy hatch, but oh, it's gonna get seen. No.
Yeah, the roaches, they do get scattered by the probe. We do have some shield batteries on the way. Chrono on the stalkers as well. But I'm a little bit concerned here because I don't know if you know this, but everything here is powered by one pylon.
Yes, exactly. We do have a second pylon finally being built, but with this only one therefore now, you could probably bile that down relatively quickly. But instead, opting to go for the cannon, an interesting decision, especially with the shield battery already done. I feel like he needs to like sort of pressure a bit more. And oh, you can't let that Raptor go down to the cannon.
Oh,
Nice job.
Jesus. Okay, he does save the Ravager 4 now. Meanwhile, we have more Lings just being rallied across the map. Slow Lings at that. But, oh, this is actually pretty huge. The gateway is going to fall. That's half the production already for RockEr.
Yeah, and it does finally go down. But with the Stalkers, they're now able to sort of micro against the Roach Ravager, but it's only going to be two Stalkers. I feel
Yeah.
like that second gateway is going to go down now. Oh, but this super sick shield batter. He even overcharges it. Wow.
Just barely keeps the gateway alive. Again, it's so crucial. He realizes, he acknowledges that he needs another Stalker. He needs more production.
Yeah, he needs that production. He needs that DPS as well. He does take down a Ravager, which is really nice. But, oh man, it's just with that many Lings in production, ScrubbleS is really all in here.
Yeah, he is. I'm shocked, by the way, that ScrubbleS is actually droning up a little bit. Oh my god, he's completely droning up. He has realized he cannot break this position, and he's backed off. Oh my god!
Well, that's a game. GG. I guess. I mean, like, I suppose, like, that is, like, a sort of a losing position, but, like, to call it that early, man, I feel like, just you make drones, you sort of try and keep the Protoss on two bases while you drone up, take a third and a fourth. Like, I don't know about that quite GG timing, but, well done by RockEr to take the series 2-0.
I'm shook, mate. I'm shook. Oh my god, because I 100% agree. Like, it was a really rough position, right? And he was struggling to straight up end the game there because he didn't have link speed, so his reinforcements were taking a really long time to get across the map. I do think that he definitely he could have played that out. Would it have been hard? Yes. Maybe ScrubbleS just doesn't like ZVP and he's like, screw this. But wow, just GG. Wow.
Yeah, really. I understand not being a big big fan of the matchup. However, like considering it's a qualifier and it's sort of your like last life, at least personally, I like to play on a bit longer, even if like I know I'm kind of dead. Like it's nice to like play out the game, even if I'm dead.
Especially because, like, let's be real here. Like, ScrubbleS like should have won game one. Like, like,
oh yeah, for sure.
He had a big opportunity there, I should say. So, like, it's not like it was a complete. Even though it was a 2-0, it wasn't a one-sided series by any means.
You know, RockEr, he played that defense really well in both games. But in ScrubbleS, I just feel like he was a bit nervous. He wasn't quite on like complete perfectly. Doing all his execution, and hey, maybe next season he'll do better. There is always next season, of course.
True. There is. Feels bad, man, as this is the second qualifier, and with that, it is going to be the end of his run there. There is no double elimination brackets, so RockEr will move on to face the winner of Ricci and SLNR.